Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Really happy to have you here. This is Friday. You'll be getting this out on Friday, so the 12th. And so you only have a couple of days to leave a comment on the video if you want to be in the drawing for a free video. So we're going to cover the mid-month of November, focusing mostly on that eclipse that's happening on November 19th. And Taurus, which would be if you are Aquarius rising in your 4th house of home, which is really super interesting because what I saw, what Spirit showed me was you had like a machete and you were hacking your way through rainforest, and you were trying to work toward a clearing ahead where there was a little village, and so you weren't there. You were trying to make your way to this village. And I said, what is going on? And they said they're trying to make their way home to their tribe. And what they mean by that is your soul group. And so trying to find out exactly where it is that you fit in. And so what feels like home to you? When I did your weekly reading, I believe you were the ones that it looked like you might be moving. So some of you maybe actually moving to a new home, or it is you're changing jobs, or you're moving friends groups. So there's somehow that there's this movement around what feels like home to you, like where do you fit in? And it's coming up again with this eclipse energy. So this eclipse energy is about clearing space, making space for the opportunities to come in. And so it is a big clearing out. So you have here the divine feminine energy that came in. See the green of the little divine feminine energy, and then we have this very large, the philosopher, number 25, which would be a number 7, but it's got this big Saturn type planet in the back, and he's studying, and it feels very much like the energy of Saturn, which rules your sign, Aquarius, co-rules with Uranus, but this is the analytical, the boundaries, and how and what do you need to know. So I just want to take a look at what and this one is number 32, which is 5. It's about change. So there is some kind of a change coming up where you need to allow yourself to be open and receptive to the opportunities that are coming in. It feels like a divine feminine says it's time to stop playing small and claim your place within the circle of light. Stop playing small, and it's time to claim your place within the circle of light. And so there would be you hacking through all the crap to get to where it is you fit in, where you belong. This philosopher is huge too. And so it says, you should follow that which you seek within your heart. So totally making your way through the jungle of the noise that is going on in your own self about where it is that you belong and what it is that you want. The Wise Old Dragon is all about learning and the direction your life is taking. This can be in your 3D physical world or in the metaphysical level. He shows up when you have been considering taking up any kind of study, whether you're returning to or continuing formal education. He says one is never too old or too young to learn. Set your sights high. He has a particular affinity with the stars and the constellations, and is also associated with people learning the old arts such as astrology and scrying. He goes on to say you have been putting off that which you want to learn. Your self-doubt hinders you from following your passion and your true path. Your affinity with the old arts is the starting point of your journey. You know, when I was looking at that and I said, what are they trying to cut through? And they actually said self-doubt. So yeah, I feel like this is like an opportunity to really heal your heart and to move in the direction that you truly desire. We are in the Aquarian energy, and so it is new energy, and I think it's coming in waves is the way it feels. And we have yesterday, as you view this, would have been 11:11, the gateway. So we're in this gateway energy, allowing us to travel, move forward. But it's the energy feels like first you have to let go of what doesn't serve you. The gate seems smaller, not it seemed more narrow. Like there isn't room to be bringing with us the heavy baggage and the unfortunate incidents and the guilt and the shame and the negative attributes of the old energy. This is definitely about shedding the old and making room for the new. You have for your overall energy the wailing tree, reconciliations. When you give away, and when you give up and release the anger and the resentment and the frustrations, it creates space for reconciliation. Now, this reconciliation could be, with your soul tribe. I just want to... Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses and reconciliation. It is an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves you. You may have been overlooking things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. I mean, you were hacking away, just hacking and hacking. The leaf seemed so big and right in your face, and it didn't seem like you were getting anywhere. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. And this is the best way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts that are in it. So there is this opportunity here to do a little healing. And this card, Groupthink, has shown up several times, but it keeps showing up in the same position. There is a lot of people. This is in the action to take, and it keeps showing up as a need to release and let go of our concern and our worry about what other people are thinking, because what they're thinking isn't. It's so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. They're on their journey. You're on your journey, and it's what you think and what you feel and what you believe that matters. And when we allow other people's expectations and dictations and rules, which Aquarius, you're pretty good about going, that's not my rule. But sometimes we get caught up in that web, and it is a necessity to really release and let go and allow yourself to move forward. This is a clearing out of unnecessary situations. It's so in your face. Whatever it is, it's so in your face. But if you hack away at it and you release it and let it go, I think you get to this place. There was a clearing. So it was really weird because first I saw the clearing and then I saw the community. But the clearing didn't have the community when I first saw it. So maybe as you rest and you heal, you create a community in the clearing, in the area that you've cleared out for yourself. So the key to the situation here is the galactic mushroom. It's very much like that dragon. The divine matrix. There is a divine plan at play here. There is a divine plan at play. You're right on time. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're where you're supposed to be. It's part of the journey that you agreed to before you incarnated into this lifetime. In the recent past, there's the deep quiet, the meditation, and the stillness. I think you have been sitting in some of this healing energy. I think you have been releasing and letting go. And I think this healing process, that's in the recent past. And so I feel like you're wrapping up that cycle. And maybe that's what the clearing is wrapping up the need to rest and to rehabilitate. And maybe you're ready to just pick up the machete and go again. We have the root girl, the disowned self, in the heart space, in the area of what it is that has been creating concerns and difficulties for you. These really look a lot alike. And the disowned girl says, well, it says the disowned self, the root girl. This is the feeling so apart, not a part of, but apart from, like separated from others, and going back to your roots of who you are, and doing the healing and feeling safe and secure within your spiritual self. But it takes time to do that. The obstacle for you has been rising above the fray. It's been really hard to focus on what it is you're trying to do when I think you keep getting dragged into what feels like drama. Family, at work sometimes. We spend a lot of time with people at work, and drama at work can really feel like family drama when I'm getting that hit and that energy. Another thing that when I feel that family drama energy that comes in a lot is it can be your friends group just the same. It is people that that you feel like you should fit in with. You feel like maybe you used to have shared values, but your values maybe are shifting. It feels like somebody who's trying to get you to conform to their way of thinking, their way of doing things. And if you should be Aquarius enough to step out of the box, they're like, what? And then you just don't belong here. And there's that emptiness and that loneliness. And Spirit wants you to know that you're moving toward the place where you fit in. And so when you leave behind and you stop trying to squeeze that square peg into the round hole, and you go and allow yourself to find where you truly belong. So what they're showing me, you as a square peg, you're fitting into what looks like a star. Literally, it's got the points on the end, but the square fits straight in the middle, and then there's all these little triangles around it. So it's like you're in the center, and there are these groups or people or whatever that surround you that you're interconnected with. And there you will shine. So the way to transform this situation is you have a tidy house. It's clarity and organization. And so there is a need to really sort out, either if you're literally moving, it's about sorting out and organizing so you can move, because for some of you, that's totally what's going on. If it is about looking for a job, it's totally about cleaning up that resume and what is it that you want, and what do you need to do, and how do you need to organize to get into a new job, right? This clarity, though, once you have determined what path you're going to go on, and you have the clarity of that, then you need to start doing the organizational steps. And that is that Saturn energy coming in, right? Because Saturn likes you to be practical and to be organized in order to create what it is that you want. And then in the near future, so, kind of closing out this month sort of feels like you're closing the door completion. I really think that's that eclipse, bringing that completion energy in for you. It's closing the door and completing and moving forward. And I do think it's with some uncertainty. I think you don't have clear vision, because the leaves were right up in your face. All I saw was like big banana leaves or something. They were just huge. Yeah, it would have been a banana tree. Totally. So what's interesting about that is that bananas grow together in groups, in families. You were definitely hacking away at a banana plant. And yeah, you're leaving some kind of a group to find a new grouping that you fit in much more comfortably with. Oh, okay. One of my guys just said, be like banana and split. Okay. For some of you. So we have dances on one foot, the balancing act, and the heart space moving forward. And again, we have that beautiful in this heart space. You go from this insecurity feeling of the root chakra all lit up to the sense of healing and the solar plexus energy of the yellow. And so there is a heart healing that is going to happen here. But you're going to have to let yourself go forward. And so this is the giving up the group think. Whatever this group is that's been holding you back, that's been keeping you, that's been making you play small in your own life. Don't play small in your own life. Your outcome is interesting. You have the falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy, and it is not as bad as it sounds. It's number 19. That makes it an energy of a 1, a new beginning, a new opportunity. Spiritual narcolepsy is falling unconscious. You're being cautioned not to fall asleep or to go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and the comfort of the situation. So the struggle is you've been trying to stay above the fray, but I think you're going to have to engage in the battle to determine who it is that you are and what it is that is of value to you. You're being asked to be very clear about what you want. The actions you take now, if you're not careful, could backfire. So stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when its time is right. So there's a need first to complete the cycle that you're currently in before you can move forward. So this month is about the clarity and the tidying up of where it is that you are right now and the preparation. And I feel like it's almost about sorting through what is really what you believe and what are your values, and separating what that is from what other people expect that you should be thinking. There's a need to disengage. Oh, okay. So, right. So when I was in high school, my boyfriend wanted to go parking. And, but his dad had started checking the speedometer. The odometer. So he knew how many miles he should be putting on that car every night. So he pulls down to this little side road that's right on the way home. And not even like, I don't know, a couple hundred yards in maybe is the driveway that he pulls into. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this in somebody's driveway. And he's like, what is the problem? Like, I don't have any options here. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And he's so mad as he's turning into this driveway. I'm like, just take me home. I'm not doing this. So he slams the car into reverse before it's completely stopped. And he drops the transmission. So then we had to go up and call his dad. And his dad came and got us and gave me a ride home. And he had to explain to him what he was doing in this driveway. I don't know what he said to him. I'm pretty sure his dad knew what he was trying to do in that driveway. But it is like you need to come to a complete stop. You need to rest before you shift gears. Or you could drop the transmission of your life. So it is the preparation. It is the clarity and the organization that is the necessary step to take right now. It is the clarity of where you are and where you belong, and then what's next. Like, who are you and who is the group? And you always stand out from a group. So I feel almost as though something has happened that's made you feel like you got to get sucked into groupthink in order to go along to get along, because maybe being authentically who you are has caused problems for you in the past, but being who you are is what you're here to do. We need your unique gifts and your unique specialness, and so you need to come to a complete stop. Allow for the healing, allow for the clarity, allow for the organization before you make the next move. And I think that will happen sooner than you think. In your 11th house of group and group activities would be Sagittarius, and Sagittarius has a new moon eclipse happening on the 4th of December. I think it's right around the corner, but first you need to get yourself in the right position to make that kind of a move. So, wow. For some of you, this is a big deal. For some of you, it won't be until the sun gets into your sign, or maybe even into March, because there's a lot of energy, astrologically speaking, that's going to keep us slow, and things not moving very fast until like March. And once we get into like December 20th or 21st, and then it becomes Capricorn season. And Capricorn season for you is your 12th house. And 12th house is a time of rest. And it is a time of regrouping. And it is a time of resting and a connection with spirit. And so it could be, and we're always a little sluggish then. And so it really could be that it is not until March that you find what it is that your next steps are. But right now, you can be organizing and you can be preparing and you can be getting ready. But you need to come to a complete stop and do some healing before you move forward. So let me know if that resonates with you, because I'm really curious. It felt like a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, figure out where it is that you want to be, and that actually resonates with the soul part of who you are. That's what's important here, okay? You guys take really good care. I'll be back next week on Monday with the weeklies, and you can catch me on Moonlit Waters at Facebook. Okay, let's try that again. On Facebook at Moonlit Waters, where I do daily readings. They're like 2 or 3 minutes, so if you want to just check in for the day and see what's going on with the energy so you can help you to successfully navigate it day by day, that's a good place to go. But you guys take really good care of yourselves. I think there's a need to really assess what it is you truly want and who you truly are. And when you know that, I think the next steps become much more obvious. All right? Take good care. I'll talk to you soon.